I was able to achieve the small tone look that I wanted while still building muscle to have the shape that I want. Hey y'all.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brawley story.
Welcome back.
Today we are out and about at New Westside Reservoir Park in Atlanta. Just opened up 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
A couple weeks ago.
maybe 3 weeks.
We've snuck in here before, so if you haven't seen that video, check it out. But today we're going to be talking about something very, very important, and that is how much protein we should eat. A lot of people ask us because they want to get cut. I'm cutting down. My wife is ripped up still, even after having a baby, somehow.
Well, thank you.
And I gained a little COVID weight, but we're gym buffs. We, have hit various feats in the gym. People ask us how, and one thing that's been instrumental is our protein.
Yeah.
So we want to talk to you about that.
Y'all do have to stick around to the end of the video to get the formula of how we calculate how much protein our bodies need, because it's different for each
everybody.
person.
Yeah, the amount that I eat is not the same amount that
But
you
it's
should be eating or that she should be eating.
Based on a formula.
So
that was what really changed things.
yeah. First things first, make sure if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon.
And when you subscribe, make sure you leave us a comment saying I subscribed, and we will be more than happy to reach out to you personally and thank you for joining the family. Always, y'all know we have to shout out a member of the family, aka subscriber. So this week we're shouting out to Mika. Thank you so much for subscribing in the last couple of weeks. And for those of you who have not yet subscribed, if you want to shout out, leave us a comment with your Instagram handle or whatever social media you'd like us to shout out as we welcome you to the family.
Appreciate you, Tamika. Right. So
we're talking about how protein has transformed our bodies.
Yeah, it's changed us. Yeah, how it helps us to get in shape and how it changes your body, as well as how to calculate how much protein we eat.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you can be losing weight and get skinny fat.
Yeah.
You can lose weight.
What does skinny fat look like?
It looks like you skinny and soggy.
Does that look like
a French fry?
When your arms have the jiggle to them?
Like an old French fry. Soggy.
That means like when I pinch you, there's a lot that comes off, right?
Even though you're skinny, you're still fat. And hey, it happens to, it's happened to me.
You've been skinny fat?
Yeah.
Have you ever been skinny though?
Not skinny fat, but not as lean as you want to lose. I lost a lot of weight, but I wasn't as lean as I wanted to be. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And same thing, my wife has experienced it too.
I've been skinny fat. I don't know about the skinny fat. Anyway, y'all get the point.
So, come on, YouTube. Tell them about your arms when your Cobb arms.
No offense to the Cobb family. that is someone, I won't say whose side of the family that's from, but I'll just say this. On that side of the family, big arms are characteristic of the women. And no shade to those who have big arms.
No shade.
But I didn't like them on myself.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good look on me. So every time I would take a photo, I would try to get like a certain angle of my arm to make sure my arm was looking skinny. Because when my arm when my arm was flat against my body, it would look real wide. And it
wasn't a big arm. But like she said, in photos,
it looked big to me. So before our wedding, I was like, man, I will hate the photos if I look like I have the big arm on the photos. So I got with the trainer and made sure to get real skinny before the wedding, just so I wouldn't have the big arms. And it worked. My photos had skinny arms. Praise the Lord.
She got tiny though, real tiny.
and that made me lose my butt and everything.
Sure did. Sure did.
So that wasn't the best route.
No.
But after we made the changes in protein, I was able to.
Oh, you better give your husband some credit.
Yes.
Your husband.
Yes, my
She
husband.
said, I don't know what to do to get rid of this.
My husband did the research and was able to help me to calculate how much protein that I needed so that I was able to achieve the small tone look that I wanted while still building muscle in the right places to have the shape that I wanted.
And a lot of women, you know, my wife included, was scared that if she upped the protein, she would get swole like a man. She would look huge, so she was resistant to eating a lot of protein. I prefer to eat meat. She prefers other stuff, fruits and other things. So
I mean, don't get me
kept
wrong, I do
telling her-
like some wings, but you know, hot wings are not for every day. That's
Wings
for cheat.
with-
That's for
with
cheat
an A.
day. Wings with an A.
You know, I told her, you know, hey, you need to get your protein right. You need to, I'm telling you. And she just was resistant because she didn't think, it went against everything she knew at the time. And now she knows the amount of protein to eat, and her body toned up. Even though she might be the similar weights in certain seasons, the way that the tone shows up is different. Same with me. When I'm lean or not, you know, I could be at the same weights and the body looks very different.
Yeah, and I noticed that, I mean, you actually can be at a heavier weight and look better.
You sure can.
Look more toned, look smaller, have a nicer waistline with the right amount of protein.
Absolutely.
And also, you know, we lift the weights, but I wasn't seeing as much muscle tone as I thought
Or even strength growth, right?
as I thought I deserved with the amount of weight that I could lift.
Yeah, it's made a tremendous difference.
Right.
So, I know you guys are wondering, how do we figure it out and how much protein is the answer, right? Well, like we said, it's different for everybody, but we did some research. There's different formulas. You hear a lot of different things, but the way that we use to figure it out is to take your body weight and multiply it by between really 0.7 and 1.0. If you're doing a lot of working out, you may be on the higher end of that. I typically recommend for women, and it's not like a golden rule, and it's not specifically for women, but I do typically recommend, like for Christy, she does 0.7 of her body weight in grams of protein a day. And I do somewhere around 0.8 of my weight in grams of protein a day. And that's how we're able to also keep our muscle when we're cutting. It also helps us to tone our bodies when we're cutting. So when you calculate that number, somewhere between 0.7 and 1.0
Can you give an
per-
example of those that are mathematically challenged?
Sure, if you weigh 100 pounds and you multiply that by 0.7, then that number is going to be 70 grams of protein a day. If you weigh 100 pounds and you want to get 1 gram per pound, that's going to be 100 grams of protein per day.
If your goal is 85 grams of protein, for example.
Sure.
Most protein shakes are between 20 and 25 grams. So let's say you have that for breakfast, then at lunch you do 4 ounces of beef in a taco. Then for a snack, you do a delicious Greek yogurt that has 15 grams a serving.
Right.
Then for dinner, you have a 4 to 5 ounce chicken breast or piece of salmon. So it's not that hard.
Nope.
Not that hard.
That's a simple formula to figure out. You can also type in, probably I'm sure in Google, protein calculators to figure that out. There's a lot of information out there, a lot of different forms. But that's usually what we do, and it made a tremendous difference. So we could be the same weight, but look completely different. Our strength increases tremendously. We feel better, we look better. We're just better all around because of the protein. It's not that difficult, but once you eat the right amount of protein, your body will change.
Yep.
It will change. But you do want to work out. Don't think that you're just eating protein, you're gonna be ripped.
Right.
You can be still fat and eating a lot of protein.
Eating the protein helps you to see the work you do in the gym.
That's right. That's right.
But you still need to get in the gym. We don't want to be skinny fat now.
No, we don't. And that works if you're trying to gain muscle or if you're trying to lose fat.
Yeah.
You're trying to lose weight. Like right now, I'm losing weight, but I still eat the proper amount of protein.
Right. So leave us a comment below if you have other ideas about high protein snacks that we can try, since we got to get our protein in, right?
Yeah, all day. If you like that video, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon so you never miss a new video. We really appreciate it. It helps a ton. And we're looking forward to connecting with you guys again next week. Until then, peace.
And protein.
All right.